Devon and I'm in 11th grade. Well, I started cheer when I was in about 2nd or 3rd grade, I forget, yeah. And so it's been really fun, and I got into it when my sister did it. So she did it before me. She's like 4 years older than me. So then once I would always go to her practices and games and stuff that she would cheer at, and so I was just super interested and decided to try it out.
Now, so did you start cheering, I guess, for football first then?
Well, it's this whole Pop Warner program. And so you start cheering, you like learn all these routines and all the cheers and dances and stuff. And you start cheering for football teams and stuff, and that's on Pop Warner. Once you get into high school, then you start doing basketball and football and everything like that.
Now, is it very competitive in high school at this level to cheer?
Not really. Like, we don't have a competition team, but between the other teams, when we're cheering on our football players or basketball players, it's kind of competitive, like for the other tems. Yeah.
What's the biggest difference cheering for football versus basketball?
Well, this year our football team didn't do so well, so it was a little boring, but we still tried to pump our team up. And so for basketball, it is so much fun because we have a winning team, and that's just it. So.
Okay, now what do you like to do for fun when you're not cheering?
I have a trampoline, so I jump on my trampoline a lot, and I go to gymnastics class, or I just hang around with my family and cousins and stuff.
Now, do you have a dance background as well, or?
No.
Wow, so gymnastics, how long have you been doing that?
Probably since the same time I started cheers, 2nd or 3rd grade.
How do you think that's helped you, especially learning routines as a cheerleader?
Well, it hasn't really helped me at all, but I mean, it has made me flexible because I am a flyer also, so I get to do all the cool little tricks and stuff, yeah. And so when we're doing routines and stuff, I always get pulled out along with other tumblers. While they're dancing, then we get to tumble and stuff, so.
Now, is that hard to do? Is it hard to tumble? Because it just looks so amazing to watch you guys do that.
Yes, it is very hard to get the hang of it, but once you get it all figured out, it's easy.
Okay, now are there any professional cheerleaders you like to watch more than others, or?
Not specifics, but I mean, the team of Hawaii is amazing. And yeah, so every time I see a cheerleading competition on the internet or on TV, I always watch it. It's very, very interesting, yeah.
Hi, I'm Mckenna, and I'm senior captain at Peninsula High School.
Okay, now first of all, talk about what does it mean to be a captain for cheer?
It means you have to work really hard, and I mean, keeping the team all together and being cohesive is really hard, and making sure that everyone gets a chance to do what they need to do and what they want to do. So it's hard, but it's worth it.
Okay, now is that something that's appointed by a teacher or by somebody else, or how do you get that?
You have to try out. We had to write an essay, and we had to choreograph our own routine and then teach it to the entire pep squad. So, and then our coach initially picks it. So.
Very cool. So how long have you been cheering, and how did you get involved in cheer?
I've been cheering for about 5 years now, since 8th grade. I used to play soccer actually, and then I didn't think I was going to make the high school team, so I decided to do cheer out of the blue. But a lot of my friends were doing it, so I felt comfortable trying out.
What is the most fun part about cheer?
Probably being with my friends all the time, and I mean, cheer is just such a fun sport. You're always laughing and smiling, and it's not really, it's serious, but it's not, you can have a fun time doing it.
Right, and we're talking about the difference between between football and basketball. What's the difference in cheer, do you think?
Well, football is really active. You're always up in front of the crowd cheering, and you have to be loud and make the crowd entertained. Basketball, you're kind of sitting on the side. Our zoo, our school student section, cheers a lot more, but I mean, you're not in front of the crowd, but we get up and we get to do stunts during the breaks and stuff. So
what is the most challenging thing for you personally doing cheer?
I tumble, so it's hard on the gym floor. It really hurts my wrist. So I mean, it's really fun to just do your best and try really hard, but it's really challenging. First of all, to get all the moves and make sure that you're doing them right, and it's really nerve-wracking, but it's fun.
How do they decide who's going to be a good tumbler?
I mean, it takes a lot of years of practice, but if you can do it, we always put them out there. Like if you can do anything, we always put them out and just tell them to keep going. So.
Well, I know that it looks amazing to watch, but I know it's very challenging to do, so.
Yeah, it's really hard. I'm doing it since 7th grade, and it took me a really long time to even get the stamina and like the brain power to be able to, okay, I'm going to go do this and flip backwards. So.
People think that this is not physical. It is very physical.
It's physical and mental, so yeah.
Now, are you going to be cheering when you graduate or when you go to college, or what do you think?
I'm planning on trying out. I mean, it's a lot harder than it is in high school, and you have to have a lot more, like, being able to tumble a lot more, and there's a lot more qualities that you have to be able to do. But I plan to try out at whatever college I go to.
Hi, my name is Lauren Mesker. I am a senior and I'm varsity captain of cheer. I've been cheering since first grade.
Wow.
What was your question?
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And how did you get started?
Actually, my older sister was a cheerleader, so I mean, I would look up to her and I was like, oh, that looks really fun, so I decided to give it out. My mom was like, well, we'll get you started in Pop Warner, so I started in first grade.
You know, it's so cool because we talk about how physical sports are, but cheer is so physical. What do you sort of do to keep yourself limber and in shape?
I actually go to gymnastics class Mondays and Thursdays, and I work out a lot, run. I also play softball, so.
Wow. So you're a busy girl on top of all this. Okay, and then tell me, are there any professional cheer teams that you like to watch over others?
I don't really watch professional cheer, but I know Hawaii State, like Hawaii College, they have a really good cheer team. They're really competitive, so they're good.
And what's the difference? What's the biggest difference, do you think, between cheering for basketball and football?
Cheering for basketball, I feel like you're a lot more involved with the crowd. The crowd's a lot better. You don't have the band to do like fight songs and dances like that, but for football, you're on the track, you kind of just with your team, but I feel for basketball, you're more involved with the students, which I like better. So.
And what's the most challenging thing about cheer?
The most challenging thing, I think being captain, I think you have more of expectations than the rest of the cheerleaders. So you pretty much have to make sure everyone knows like what time to be here, make sure everyone's hair, uniform, everyone knows everything, like what they're doing for games and stuff. So
a little bit of added responsibility.
Yeah, you have more responsibility than the rest of everyone else.
Hi, I'm Ashley and I'm a senior here at Peninsula.
Okay, so Ashley, tell me first how you got started in cheer, what kind of motivated you to be in cheer?
Well, I did gymnastics a lot when I was younger, and my mom's like, there's this thing as Pop Warner, and I was like, what is that? And I got into it, and then when I was little, I won nationals with my Pop Warner team, actually, when I lived in Torrance, and it just motivated me to just join cheer, and I just love it.
Now, you cheer for basketball and for football. What are the biggest differences cheering for both?
Well, for football, it's more like cheering for it because you like face football players, try to motivate them, but for basketball, it's like you're part of the crowd and you're more into the game. But I'm not saying you're not into it for football, it's just more personal with the crowd.
Right. Okay, and then when you're talking about working as a group, you guys hang out a lot, away from this as well? Or?
Oh yeah, we all hang out. We're all really good friends, which is good.
Yeah. And what kind of things do you like to do when you're not cheering?
Oh, I like to hang out with my best friend, Brianna. I like to just go shopping with my friends, just hang out, having a good time.
Is it difficult to do this and have your studies going too, or?
No, it's good. You kind of just work it out. You find time for it because cheering is part of who we are, and we just make time for it.
Has this been one of the most fun things that you've ever done, or?
Oh, definitely. It's one of the fun. I would not regret missing anything. I've been never missed a practice.
Wow.
Never missed a game. Been everything early. I would not.
Okay. Now, are there professional cheer teams that you like to watch more than others, or?
Well, Hawaii's college cheer team's really good. They do some crazy stuff, which is really impressive.
Do you pick up little things when you watch things like that, things that you guys want to try, or?
Oh, definitely. If we see a cool stunt, we'll show one of our captains, and we'll be like, hey, we should try this. Then we just try it, and normally we just pick it up. So we have some cool stunts.
Very cool.